NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what about that?
Hey yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better.
On my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah, better when I wanna get better.
Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
The past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you know that
I'll get better when I wanna get better. I'll get better when I wanna get better.
If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-pad, watching do it. We survived outside our
Undertaker's boss. Before the head explodes. Explodes. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swing to the symphony. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony. Swaying to the symphony of the
I think it's very vital.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
76, 3. Warriors, 70, 79 Broncos.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19, 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator's going to be one happy camper.
Hey, Smith, Lightning 18. Rig alert.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
70 Lions. 3.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Go, Rig, go. 70 Rangers. Hawk 70, check, Bobcat.
Third and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Bronco 80. 19 tight. Ready. Check, hurt. Let's go.
Daniels to throw on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
Numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Lions. 18, Pioneers. Let go.
Daniels is going to throw again. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Looking quickly here. A little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Ready up.
This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready?
Running it after the penalty. Defense follows the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Quickly out wide, Daniels. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
7 Pirates. Viking, 18. Hurt. Right there, hurt. 19 Lions.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, his coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. That's Cox. Hits the rookie from Louisville. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
It's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he set out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. Just like that.
1st down from the 42. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're going to run it here. It's for John Robinson. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
At the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
60 Eagles, 7th grade, 70 Rangers. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Pioneer. Ready, ready.
3rd down, it's Penix. Going deep here for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Let's go. 18 Pioneer, Cowboys, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Going to the left side, and Johnston has it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
Ready? Rambo 80.
Daniels back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Throwing out to the left. Go! And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Washington 1st down.
Come on.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Commanders 1st down.
Ready, ready?
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's drag him 60. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
To throw, Daniels. Forced out to his right. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Falcons 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. A lot of space ahead. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offensive line fast.
A 7-yard pickup.
Penix working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Penix now on 1st down. Hits his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
It's Penix yet again. Completed to his running back. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Penix is going to throw again. This one's caught. So 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Again, Penix to the air. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. Been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
And again, it's Penix. Caught just shy of the goal line. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
4th and goal.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Near the goal line. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. Well, a helpful penalty. The offense tries to cash it in. 4th and goal. Trying for it with Penix. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 by 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's brought in. It's his back for Sean Smith. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Not cracking 60. Check smash, check smash.
Throw here, 3rd down. Connects on the crosser. Tackle made right around the 26. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Daniels is going to throw again. It's complete to Johnston, outright. This gets forward to around the 29. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. 2nd down now, they need 7.
Cowboy 80. 18, 5, 60, 19 right. Check, hurt.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Again, Daniels to the air. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
60 Maverick, 60 Viking 18.
Daniels now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
One last play before the break.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Final throw before the break. Brought in right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play action. Here's Penix. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
From the shotgun, Penix. And it looks great flying through the air rush, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Warriors, 70, come 19, come 60, Maverick.
3rd and long for him here. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, here's Penix. Gets this one to London. And he will get the first as they touch him down. And dose of the hurry up here.
And the Falcons.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Important down the field, and he's got it. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone.
3 yards. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Penix is going to throw again. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game.
17. Falcons 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, ready? Hawk 70, Cowboy 80.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready? Panther 11, 70 Lions. Go.
to throw. Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Here we go. Mustang 19, Charger 19, Warriors 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Street. Ready, right?
They'll air it out on third. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They kick the running back in motion. On first down, here's Daniels. Running right side by McLaurin. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the ready.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Street.
They've got a man in motion.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Another carry for him. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Daniels throwing on third. Chased out to his right. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slipped right through his hands. And now it's fourth down. That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. This from 28 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First down, at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Now Penix off the play action. He's got a man left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 32.
Penix now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go. Warriors 70, 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19.
Penix working from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. He got hit as he tried to throw, and normally those linemen are the ones making that hit to affect the pass, Brock. It is so nice to see one of the big boys on the other end of the impact play getting the INT that time.
And couldn't you almost feel the fat bubbles coming off his helmet? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You don't get many chances to get an interception as a D lineman. That ball seemed to be in the air forever for him, but he makes the play. His friends, his family are celebrating, and most importantly, his teammates right by him.
Score one for the big boys, baby.
18, Pioneer, 79 Broncos. Ready?
First and 10. Here's Hampton. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take over.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Johnston. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10.
60. Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 65. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here he goes, third and long. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on third down there with the set. Important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a two-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late. It puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They're getting even 40 out of that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Penix now on first down. Another one here to London. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Drake London with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut the lead down to just 2.
Falcons 21.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. They're starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Press roll 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Seven Pirates. Mustang 70 Ranger.
Daniels from the pistol. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
Kid, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Throws this one deep down the right side. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Hampton now up the middle. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again, it's Hampton. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
He'll throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Commanders lead by only 2. Look at them, they don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Go! 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals, go!
Quick pass left side. Well, he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Hampton. Can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Went the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Hampton. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders go up by 8 at the end. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of claps. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix hits him on the out route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Warriors 70, set up. 70 Lions.
Penix here from the gun. Finds London on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Penix. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Penix is going to throw again. Hits the slant. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. It's Penix yet again. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down.
Go.
This Fine quarterback run here. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this.